Yes, sir. Back with another video. Today's video is gonna be a short one because if anybody already seen the last two videos, the one before this, just before this, I was doing a little trick on my bike, and the video before that one, the last video, this scooter cut off on me. I talked about the scooter cutting off on me for the first time, and then in that video it cut off on me for the second time. So right now I'm on a full charge, 58 volts, and I'm gonna have to drive around until I get to a certain voltage. Once I get to a certain voltage, I'm gonna probably cut the cameras there and just test off camera, but I want to test and see where this is cutting off, if it's still cutting off. But I am indeed using the seat. Another thing too, last video I was talking about selling the scooter. Well, that has now been canceled because one, I'm definitely not going to sell my sister a possibly fucked up, worn out scooter. And two, the reason we were making her pay in the first place is because it was something that, well, my parents thought she said, but it turns out she never even said that shit. And whoever said that she said that shit was lying. My dad decided to help her out and just said, fuck it, he was gonna give her his scooter for free, which his is in the best condition because he barely used it. Right, just get a good look. I just wanna stop moving, motherfucker. I just wanna get a good look at this thing on the seat. We're on a downhill, that's why we keep rolling. There we go. All right, I'm gonna just have to hold it. But there it is. I have this sitting nice and high. I'm not the tallest person in the world, so once again, kind of on my beach cruiser, I have to like really kind of be on my tippy toes when I stop. But gotta get the hell out of here now. Yeah, he decided to give her a scooter for free because not only did he just want to help his kids out, because, you know, times is hard out here. This is something he always says, and it's very true. Black people do not help each other. They never like to help each other. They always just grieve and fight each other, and we always shoot each other and shit. And he just wanted to help his kids, help his family, you know? Shit, that's why I got my scooter. So I ended up passing his scooter up to her for free. She's happy as hell. She's very happy about it. He said when he told her he was gonna give her the scooter for free, it looked like she almost started crying. My dad said he had to walk away or else he would have started crying. But I know she's enjoying that shit. Texted her yesterday about it. But I did at least get a little $50 because she wanted to, she didn't mind paying me $50 to help her get the scooter home. So I threw it up in the Expedition, drove her home. But what I did get out of that was not only $50, I got this seat. Now, I don't plan on speeding on this scooter, like I've said multiple times recently already. Because the last time I sped on, I think it was my brother's scooter when he had the seat. Oh man, I had the speed wobble of death. Like I usually get this fastest speed wobble when I stand up. I got the slow speed wobble on this scooter, on this one. And it was kind of, I don't want to kind of like show it right now because I'm not trying to make the speed wobble happen. Makes me actually fall off and shit. But pretty much, I'm gonna do it right at this stop sign. All I know is the shit almost lost control and I was about to get fucked up. But now I'm using the seat where I'm slow cruising. I'm only using one wheel, so the front wheel is not trying to take me out of control. This feels much better. I still feel that trying to do that sometimes, but this feels much better. That braking though, I gotta get used to braking that hard when sitting down. But like usually when I stand up, the first time I got speed wobble, I was standing up, it was kind of doing like this. Now the slow speed wobble is kind of like it does this shit. But because it's slow wobbling, it's wobbling harder. Like the leans are much harder, and it just doesn't feel great. It does not feel safe at all. But yeah, so right now I'm still at 55? The fuck? I'm already down 55.6 volts. It seems to always cut up. Somebody on YouTube. Oh shit, I didn't even ever explain the problem. Well, yeah, my bike keeps cutting out, scooter keeps cutting out. And the second time it cut out was the last video I did. I haven't rode it since. This is the first time I rode it in those last 2 or 3 days. I haven't rode the scooter, but I'm just now riding it again. Because I wanted to do, I was supposed to do a night drive video, but that video didn't happen. But yeah, so I'm hoping, once again, I'm just trying not to get this thing cut off on me. I don't feel like waiting. Actually, there's nothing to wait for. Because my dad already, I don't know if I said this already, but my dad already told me he's not coming to pick me up. Because he don't feel like driving today, which I would understand. But, you know, I'm just trying to get these videos out the way. Just didn't expect the scooter to start cutting off. It's never done this before. It's funny because people always act like they had problems with their Nanrobot. I'm like, I don't get how. I've never had a problem. Well, my problems are kicking in now. I think I'm wearing this thing down. Right now I'm doing gear 2. But the seat can be relaxing. It's nice. Standing up over time, you know, like I said in the last video, definitely if you have a bad back, it starts to hurt the back after a while of standing up for too long and really gripping the handlebars to keep, you know, speed wobbling and bounce and all that shit. If you're on rough roads, feet starts to hurt from the rattling. That was that dump, sound like something heavy fell. I don't know, maybe I should feel like my motor right now. Maybe see if my motor's hot. Something. Because yeah, I really don't understand why this would start cutting off. And when I opened when you watch that video, what I did was, I was actually supposed to explain this earlier, but I forgot. What I did was I opened up the board of the scooter. That's why you can see all the screws now. Took the grip tape off halfway to get to the rest of the screws, cut some holes open. And then I was watching the video that road runners have made since they're now selling the Nanrobot on that website. They took the board off and they showed something where the dude, like, if I turn my scooter off and I turn it back on, they're showing his voltage like drop from here to 0. This isn't doing that. It's cutting off, like, it seems like it's cutting off early. So I don't know if it was the same thing, but I said fuck it. So in the video they called it waking up the battery. They unplugged both XT60s, or aka they unplugged the controller XT60s. Waited 15 seconds, plugged them back in. I waited a little longer because I was doing something else. I was trying to clean this off with just putting water on it. I at least got that dirt from the back off. And they plugged it back in. And I guess it was some sort of voltage reset, like the controller was losing track of the voltage. So I don't know if it would be anything similar to what's happening with this scooter, but I tried it because I don't know any other solutions. At this point, I almost want to just like contact them to like, hey, you know, you guys ever heard of this problem? And if you did, how do I fix it? Because that's annoying. But yeah, man, just look at this view. Oh shit, one thing I forgot to do, through the motor, but off-roading with the seat, I think that'd be a lot better. I also don't really quite have the right pants on. I got these thick sweatpants trying to block off the Could it be a heat issue? That motor's mighty hot. I have been using one motor this whole time. Could I be cutting off because of hot motors? I've gotten these motors about that hot before though, because that temperature feeling on that motor is very familiar. Oh shit, we're getting in some thick shit. Stick it gear 1 dual wheel. Oh shit, I thought this cut off on me. I guess I'm just not hitting the throttle enough. It felt like nothing was happening when I was... Oh shit, dumbass. That's why it feels like it got weaker. I turned eco mode on. I was trying to turn dual wheel mode on. There we go. But I don't want this to just throw dirt on me. Fuck, we got into that deep shit. So that's exactly what it's gonna do. But yeah, I think that's the one problem I've been using. Maybe that's what happened last time. Maybe I'm getting the motors too hot. Problem is, when this does cut off, it's already bad enough if I miss it on my other joint. There we go. I don't know if it shows an error on the display that I could like try to search up. Fuck, I need to get around these big rocks. Try not to accelerate too hard. But when both wheels is going, this shit don't know how to not be aggressive. Is it that now? Because I've gotten these motors hot before. Oh shit. It's gear 1, so it's slow as hell, but that acceleration is crazy. But I'm wondering, can it not handle that heat anymore? That could be it. I've rode these motors 13 miles twice and to work in like 110 to 112 degree weather. Obviously these have no cooling solution, it's just all air cooled. I might have worn this down by doing that. Problem is, I mean, how do you cool this thing properly? And this was my car at the time. I ain't had nothing else to use. Somebody's off-roading. Oh yeah. But that could be it. Maybe I did some overtime overheating, and now maybe this just isn't taking that heat as well. We're throttling down to 52 volts. This is getting scary. I got all that road to go before I'll even get close to home, and I still gotta turn. I really don't need to stop. Why am I stopping? There's no stop sign here. Well, let's see, guys. Will I make it home? Will I make it home? And now it's maybe cutting this shit off early. Because I'd be surprised if it's a battery issue, unless a cell's failing. But if a cell ain't failing, is this battery been able to handle the scooter before? Why wouldn't it be able to now? Unless that happens when you wear down a joint. I kind of think the Nanrobot doesn't have the most expensive stuff in it. I feel like it has a cheaper made battery, like a battery made with cheaper cells. Could have cheaper motors. Because honestly, when I got this at the time, this being like the first gen, this was only $16.99. Compared to other scooters that were like this, were at least a minimum of $2,000. And if you caught them on sale, then about $1,900, but only $100 off of $2,000. Where this was sitting pretty at $1,700. And they were probably able to make such a price cut, unless they also did that because the Nanrobot D6 was new and they were trying to get people to buy it. That is another thing too. I got a first gen. Why is this person? Yeah, it could be that. This was a first. Not only is it a first gen, so they're trying to get some people to buy. The first gen could have been made with some lower quality stuff, because now the normal price of this scooter is $1,900. It's currently on sale. Well, the last time I saw it, it was on sale for $14, but the price is $1,900. Same configuration as this. So for all I know, they could have upgraded the motors, upgraded the battery, gave it something that was a little more durable and could last. Because maybe the stuff they first put in this, like this first gen right here, wasn't the greatest. I might actually have a second gen. I think the first gen, unless that was like a European thing, had like silver on the motors, where my motors came black. So I might actually have like a second gen. But still, there's like a third gen. They won't call it third gen D6, but there's like a third gen or fourth gen D6 now. I think my dad and my brother had the 3.0, because when theirs came, like my little knob, that little screw knob down there to fold these handlebars, mine's black. Theirs is green. There was something else that was a little different from theirs compared to mine. Like my brother beat the shit out of his scooter. I only accidentally dropped my scooter twice. Yet his blue ring around his headlight still works and mine doesn't. So maybe they even gave it some stronger headlights and gave it all types of shit. I must still have boost on because I hit the throttle and it just started boosting up out of nowhere. So yeah, I could be dealing with the problems of a first gen. It's like buying a 2015 GMC Yukon. It's the, what the hell you call that? Because that isn't the first gen Suburban, obviously, or a Yukon. It's the 1.0 of the 2015. Holy fuck, I forgot how shitty this road was. I think the one next to me. little smoother. Rocky, but a little smoother. Be a little too wobbly on these tiny wheels. That's why I slow cruise this scooter now. Definitely on the seat. The seat it gives, like I said, the seat gives a different wobble. But yeah, it's like buying a 2015 GMC Yukon. That new look that just came out, the interior and all that shit is gonna have problems. So you buy that 1.0 of the 2015 Yukon, you're gonna have problems that people won't experience with the 2017 Yukon. And then people who have the 2019 or 2020 Yukon will have an upgraded version of the 2017 Yukon. But the 2015, the first gen of that style of Yukon, because I can't remember exactly what gen that Yukon is, because there's a lot. That gen though, it's gonna have all the problems where 2017s and newer will not. But I think I made it home, y'all, so I'm gonna end it here. All right, people, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all right off the bat, it's been a few days. I was supposed to finish this, or I was supposed to do this test right after recording, but then I decided I was gonna come on again and just record the rest. But that was a few days ago. I haven't been on this scooter after I cut the last clip off. I can't say last video, because honestly I didn't want to separate these. I'm like, you know what, I might as well put these together. But it has been a few days later. One of the reasons I kind of just didn't do it right away is, one, I don't really, as y'all notice, I've never really recorded within my neighborhood. Like, you never really see me go in a circle in the neighborhood, because the neighborhood I'm in now, like my old neighborhood, I used to start the videos. I will always start the videos. Somebody likes a scooter. I will always start the videos within my neighborhood, and then I will leave and go out to my roads, do my circle. My neighborhood is not, doesn't have a perfect circle like that. It's kind of just a straight line. So it will kind of be just stupid to constantly drive it within my neighborhood, because it's not a good circle anymore. So the main problem was, with this being so low on voltage, if this cuts out, where can I drive that this will cut out and I don't have to walk so far from home? Well, I couldn't figure out a spot that I could drive to that where I wouldn't have to walk so far from home. I might have just figured one out now, but at least before I couldn't figure a spot out. So I'm like, I'm trying not to have to walk so far back, because that shit is annoying and tiresome. So that's one of the reasons I haven't really driven it yet, to really test the last bit of voltage. But we are still, or we were at 53.9 volts before I came out here. It peaked up a little bit at 54 volts. So I'm pretty sure by the time I'm just done doing this small circle I'm about to do, we're gonna be at about 52 volts. But now that I'm back on the scooter, I charged up my GoPro and decided I might as well just record the rest of this. Oh, I might have just found a decent circle that isn't too far from home. We're still rolling. Let me stop right here real quick. I think we're actually at about 52 volts. So last time we cut off, I don't know if it was a flat 52, but it was 52. This hasn't cut off yet. And it kind of sucks too, because I want to go further down this road, but once again, I really don't want to have to walk this thing too far off. Let off the throttle real quick, see what volts we're at. 51.2, so we've broken the 52 volt barrier. I'm still not 100% sure, but I think we might be good. Fuck, and I think it just cut. Yes, it did. So it's still an issue. So this had to cut around 51, maybe 50 volts. The last time I looked, it was at 50. I seriously don't understand what could be possibly making this thing want to cut off. All right, guys, so as I am walking this thing back, let's just put this right here. That's not gonna hold. I went to hit the key. I don't know if it'll do it again. Okay, it did it again. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it is doing that, like when I hit it, a little bit of voltage and it pops back up, and then it fades out again. So I wonder, does that mean you have to give it time? But actually, forgot to fill the motor. No, motor's just warm, but it's not hot. What the hell? Okay, well, I'm back. So now I'm just gonna sit and wait. It's gonna last time I hit the voltage joint, because when you turn this, it seems to be when you turn this on too much. Let's see. It was at 4, then it hit 7 already, and then because I kept turning it on and off, it would start off lower. So at this point now, I'm not gonna plug it up. I'm just gonna wait. All right, guys. So came in around 4:16 p.m. It's 4:47, so it's been well over 20 minutes. Let's see if this thing even wants to turn back on. Nope. It's got up to 17 volts, and it's still not up to fit. So this would literally take hours. So if this thing cut off on me, I could literally never wait a little bit of minutes, 10 minutes at least. If I had the patience, it turns back on, and I'm like, okay, let's try this thing back home. No, this would take hours. Alright, so this is here where I want to do this little voiceover to tell you guys. After this, I haven't touched the scooter for 2 days. So today, I decided to turn the scooter back on after those 2 days, and it is indeed at 52 volts. The volts did not drop back down, it stayed there. So I'll probably go drive it for a little bit, but the last time I did something like that, I plugged it back up and it was sitting at like 52 volts. It would cut off again after just a little more driving. So I haven't driven it yet. I'm probably not going to, but I'm pretty sure this is the 3rd time this thing has cut off at 52 volts. So I think this is just a recurring problem that will not stop. Therefore, I'm going to end it here. Hope you all enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure you go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Check out the links in the description. I will make a video just talking about this completely, just a small video. But check out the links in the description to my gaming and music channel if you're into that stuff. Stay tuned for more if you're into this stuff. And I'm out. Peace.